Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today from wherever you are in the country or internationally. My name is Nisha Kavanaugh, and I am happy to welcome you to the Postdoc Recruitment Open House at Sanford Burnham Prebys. I work within the Office of Education, Training, and International Services, and I just want to welcome everybody and give you an idea of what the session is about today before I turn it over for welcoming remarks. So this is the agenda. You were sent a copy of this by email, and the intention of the event today is to provide you with information about the biomedical research that is conducted at the Institute and the postdoc training environment here. We hope that you will ask questions and gain information from our faculty presenters and postdoc current and postdoc alum to think about why you should consider pursuing postdoc training at Sanford Burnham Prebys. The sessions are designed to be modular, and that gives you the flexibility to attend the ones that you are most interested in. We hope you will stay with us for the full agenda, but we do hope that you will also take some breaks, as it can be a long day on Zoom. The times here are by Pacific time, so but we will give you an idea of breaks and when to come back for each session. With that, I'd like to first welcome Dr. Linda Bradley. She is a professor here at Sanford Burnham Prebys, as well as our faculty advisor for postdoc training. I'm going to turn it over to you, Linda.
Thank you so much, Nisha, and I want to thank Nisha particularly for helping to organize this event and extending the invitations to all of you to attend today. I am a professor at the Institute. My field is cancer immunology, and as a faculty advisor for postdoc training, I work with Nisha very closely, who's the associate director for postdoc training, to do all things related to postdocs. So she organizes, as you will hear later, the postdoc advisory training group. I participate in that, where we consider all aspects of academic training, lab training, career development, issues that postdocs become concerned about, things about salaries, opportunities for training and education, and as well as any challenges that are coming up at the Institute and our STAR postdoc symposium. Next slide, please. So first, just let you know who we are. This institution has been in existence for over 47 years, and our goal is translating science into health. And we are dedicated to understanding diseases and advancing discoveries to provide cures for diseases. And these three elderly gentlemen are individuals who have made so much possible at our institution and who continue to be supportive to this day, really wanting our mission to succeed. Next slide, please. So this is the mission statement for our institute, and those are the three individuals: Denny Sanford, Malin Burnham, and Conrad Prebys. We conduct world-class collaborative research dedicated first and foremost to finding cures for human disease, and if not a cure, for improving quality of life. And for those of you who are here today, also educating and training the next generation of scientists. So this was founded by Doctors William and Lillian Fishman in 1976. It started as the La Jolla Cancer Research Foundation. We are really a very moderate-sized private research institute. We have about 550 employees, and over the majority of them are scientists and support staff. We have our funding primarily for our research programs from NIH and other federal granting agencies. We also refund from philanthropic organizations, and I mean things like the Melanoma Research Alliance, the Pancreatic Cancer Research Foundation, and so forth. We also have, which is very unique to our institution, multiple partnerships with industry where we work on collaborative projects for the purpose of drug development, advancing drug development. Next, please. So our institution is incredibly collaborative, and it's really partly due to the very collegial atmosphere at the institution and the willingness to assist one another in our efforts to achieve success in our research. And so we are divided among several research programs, which really group our scientists together who have some common themes and interests to foster collaboration and create a very stimulating scientific environment. You can see we have multiple programs. The Cancer Center has the most individual faculty within the Cancer Center. And as such, it has has now 3 programs that are devoted to different aspects of biology. We also have the other areas of research, which include degenerative diseases, which of course are incredibly important. They can be from the standpoint of young and old. We have the Development and Aging and Regeneration Program, and that really has innovative modeling and analysis of how cellular processes and biology changes with age. We have the Human Genetics Program, which really studies how the genetic contributions or mutations can define human disease and where we can fit in with potentially correcting those. And also the Immunity and Pathogenesis Program, which studies how the immune system works to not only to fight off infections, but also to respond to cancers. So next slide, please. Our research programs are overseen, as it were, not directly, but they are a virtual umbrella for uniting research interests related to particular diseases and technologies. You're going to hear from several people today that include Dr. Kevin Yip. He will be speaking from the Cancer Center. Dr. Michael Jackson, who is the director of the Conrad Prebys Center for Chemical Genomics, and Dr. Alessandro Sacco, who is the head of our graduate school, but also is connected to the Nathan Schock Center in California. Something very unique about these programs and research centers is our ability to make connections across the area. So we are in a very rich environment for scientific research. We have multiple individuals, private research institutions, the Salk Institutes, the Scripps Research Institute, our institute, and the La Jolla Immunology Institute. And in addition, we have UCSD right across the way, the UCSD Cancer Medical Center, and many of our faculty develop relationships so that we can extend our studies to developing drugs and evaluating their potential with human patient samples. I want to really emphasize that I hope will come out today in our discussions. This is a very unique place for postdoctoral training, and our institution keeps abreast, Nisha and her colleagues, with developments that affect postdocs throughout the country, throughout our area, making sure that we are providing the best possible training for our postdocs. We also I have been told from my postdocs that they have felt that we do better than many universities, which are much more diverse, but also less organized, more spread out, and with less dynamic one-on-one interactions. I feel like it is a very collaborative, supportive environment for postdoctoral training, and everything is designed to help you find your way and go to the next level of making decisions about your career in the next steps after you complete your postdoc training. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Craig Hauser. Oh, I should ask, sorry, questions. You want to start with some questions? I went sort of fast over things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda. So I just wanted to let everybody know that in addition to the agenda, we did send you several links, two of which are the research programs and research centers that Dr. Bradley just mentioned. If at any point you do have questions for our speakers, feel free to enter them into the chat and I can ask them to the group. Otherwise, you are welcome to also unmute at the end of each presentation. We will have an opportunity for you. So with that, does anyone have any questions for Dr. Bradley? If not, we will
I have
have
a quick one.
Yes.
Just in terms of the training, if you could speak more on that, if that's more towards career training for academia or industry or a bit of both.
So as you may know, San Diego is a very large industry hub. And so we have several of the big pharma, including Lilly, Pfizer, Novartis, others, BMS. We also have a huge number of biotech companies. And really, there's a unique opportunity here, not just to go into academics, which is a more traditional route, but we have a very strong recognition that that's not going to be the route for every person. So we actually have important programs to help guide if you are interested in that route, being able to have opportunities to advance that. We actually have a class on some of those things. We have several faculty members who work with pharma and who are very knowledgeable with very many individuals, leaders in those companies, and can help with guiding you towards the best fit if that's a direction we want to go. We also consider that you might have other aspirations, including publishing, patent law, other administrative types of positions that wouldn't necessarily be academic. We do have Michael Jackson will talk about it, but we have the Conrad Prebys Center for Chemical Genomics, and that is really highlights our link to being able to partner with industry and new drug development. So it's not simply basic research. We pride ourselves on being able to translate our discoveries to the best of our abilities to provide the next generation of treatments for various diseases.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that question, Alexandra. Kenyatta, if you would like to quickly unmute yourself, I want to make sure we have time for all of our questions. Go ahead.
Okay. I was interested she mentioned education as one of the lists of opportunities. Where in education would this lie? Would it be in documentation, research?
Oh, no, she's speaking to the fact that we have a graduate program, and so we are educating both biomedical graduate students and postdocs in biomedical research.
She also mentioned opportunity for grant or publication or administrative opportunities. So I was wondering, is that what area education would lie in? Would it be in explanations or journal writing, or where would education lie?
So there are some PhD career paths. After this, I'm going to keep moving, and then we can also there will be time at the very end of today's open house for Q&A. But just briefly, there are biomedical PhDs who pursue medical writing or going into grant writing administration, grant programs. So there are a lot of other career paths that are open to biomedical PhDs to pursue. So I'm happy to discuss that more, but I would like to move on and make sure that we can hear from all of our presenters. And then please feel free to join us for the general Q&A at the very end of the program. So with that, thank you again, Dr. Bradley.